Good evening, welcome back to Star Trek Online, and today we're going to be continuing the adventures of the USS Dory with the ugliest crew in Starfleet and doing the next arc, which I can't for the life of me remember what it is. This is the problem of having loads of games on the go at once, they all kind of blur into one. So let's just quickly log in. Whilst I do that, I'm going to adjust my headset and myself. Excuse me. That's better. It was sitting uncomfortably on my ears, it was hurting a little bit. Okay, it's loading quite well. Quite fast, which is a good sign. Right. Ooh, what's happened here? I have Iconium reputation. I'm working towards getting that. Right, let's get the part 2. Wait for that to update. Whilst that's happening, I shall do the R&D. Yes, thank you. Let's go with engineering. If I remember rightly, that phaser damage, so it's going to give me let's put that there. Yeah, I mean, it's not that great, but it'll do for now. Beam weapons, so that'll give me a little bit more power. Okay, cool. Just go to this, and that gives me 2 new Iconium thingies. Ooh, energy frequency, that sounds good. Yep. And that one? What's that? It's annoying. Get beam weapon training, yep. I will also have... what else should I have? That one as well. And that one again, I can always change it later. Okay, that will help me out for other things. And Wino's decided they've got to ping off, but it happens. Save that loadout, of course. Right. Okay. So just quickly have a quick review of what arc I was up to. Let's see, where was that? Oh, good evening. Circles within circles. Ah, this is it. Yes. We'll go to the distant giant Dyson sphere. With the Federation, the Klingon Empire, and the Romulan Republic must work together to establish a foothold inside the strange artificial world. Excellent. Right. Okay. No, I don't want that one. I want... that's what I want. Dyson Sphere Gateway. Yes. You're heating, but oh no. Oh, that sucks. Especially this time of year. I'm assuming you mean 38 degrees Fahrenheit, because if that's stuck at 38 Celsius, that's still uncomfortable. Either way, unpleasant temperature. This is inside the Dyson sphere. Well, I'll find the Chief Logistics Officer, who is right in front of me. Somewhere. Once he loads up. Oh, there he is. We're on the border of the Delta Quadrant. Nice. That goes with the Chief Scientist, who is there somewhere. Okay. It's like the hub area for this part of the game. Oh, that's still bloody cold. Sub-Commander Cole. I can't jump down there, which is a bit silly, but... Where's Sub-Commander Cole? He is... Oh, see, the side of that cannon. It's practically dragging along the floor behind him. One thing I did over... since the last time I played, is, got to show it to you earlier, is I completed the Bajoran Interceptor project, and now means I have a new funky warp core, and that's all the stats for it. So I'm slowly increasing my capabilities. Nothing fancy, but oh, I think I've got enough for another key as well. Yes, I do have enough for one more key. I'm going to open that now, just for a laugh. The Discovery lockbox, where's that? There we go. Probably be poop. But I think I've already got that one. Brutal Imperatus. It does what I think it does. Let's look at the details. You or your teammates getting kills will grant you a short-term damage boost. Ooh. Double check. Traits. Ground traits. Yes, I do. Bonus damage for kills. Okay, so I'll sell that one. It'll get me a few extra credits. Not sure how much it's worth, but yeah, it's better than nothing.
Welcome to the Solanae Dyson Sphere. My name is Sub-Commander Cole. This is the main command center for Joint Alliance Command, a multi-species task force willing to work together toward a common goal, for now at least. The gateway you use to get here is in Republic space, so the Republic is taking the lead here as well. Our mission? To destroy the Omega particles this sphere creates, and neutralize its ability to generate more.
Omega particles,
the first
very
scouts
nasty.
into the sphere confirmed that it was producing massive amounts of Omega particles for an unknown purpose. Given enough time, this sphere could produce enough Omega particles to completely annihilate warp travel in all known quadrants of the galaxy. We thought this would be a sweep and clear operation, but we were waylaid by a species known as the Voth. The Voth claim to be natives of the Delta Quadrant, are extremely technologically advanced, and they want the sphere. Now we're in a fight for control. The Voth are determined to gather the Omega particles. We're still determining why, but this is a threat to all warp-capable civilizations.
Omega particles are very, very powerful.
That we stop the Voth and neutralize the Omega particles. There's a lot to do. Shall we get started?
Sure. They are the easiest way to put it is this: they make an antimatter matter reaction look like an ant's fart. Very, very. In fact, they can, as you said, now it can disrupt warp travel. Right. Okay, so we'll head to the transmit ship. Go on a little tour.
We run missions here from Joint Command, the center of all Allied operations. This is the supply depot. We use it to ship supplies to our forces and to store any unusual or dangerous technologies we find here. This region is the minefield. It is used as a barrier to keep Voth forces out, although some still slip by. And this is the ion stream, a series of structures moving a high volume of charged particles and exotic radiation through the area. Each of these areas could use your help.
It's been drawn ship next to me there. You just see it. Cool. This really does show off what the ship looks like really nicely. This area. Like a scimitar possibly down there. Oh, it's a falchion. Yes, the Bajoran vessel. Okay, so we're going to scan for cloaked ships. I'm going to stay in. Let's go tactical mode, just in case. Zoom out a little bit as well, so you can see where I'm going. Now, one of the missions on this, last time I played it, bugged out for me, so I may have to skip it. I can't remember which one, I just remember it was in this general area. Hopefully that won't happen. If it does, I just don't come back to it, so. It's getting close. Let's drop out of impulse, let the power levels go back up. Scan for cloaked ships. And both ships are very tough, and they are nominally, a lot more advanced than us, but even so, they're still very tough. Right. Okay, so now to go to the assist the USS Hypatia in the Ion Stream section. And those heals do count towards the Endeavour. The Endeavour is like a little bonus mission that reset. You've got like 3 days or something to do it, and you get like little bits and pieces, like experience, what do you call it, talent tokens, things like that. Nothing fancy, but just enough to sort of just make things a little bit more enjoyable, I suppose you could say. And if you're stuck on things to do, you go, oh, I'll do the current Endeavour. Yeah, if you really want to... A better looking area is this. Technically it's in space, but you actually feel like you're flying above a planet, which... Well, I suppose that's the whole point of a Dyson sphere. There's the artificial star. Or perhaps the real one. Right, so we'll get close. Right. So first of all, we're going to go to 3 points on the map. That one, and that one. And just basically do what they tell me. There's other little missions you can do here as well, because this was another area that was originally an end game zone. That's why it's not like a major amount of people here. They've moved on to the next areas. But it does have, in my opinion, one of the best ground map areas, where you can fight dinosaurs and giant modified T-Rexes with lasers on their heads. And I'm not joking. That's the second one. So now I've got to go to this one. Remember, you do get a mission that will send you there, and you'll see it's like one of the better ones. If you just want to test out your ground build, that's the place to go. Also a good way to get experience points. Good. Right. So now go ahead to the next point. Transfer it to the minefield tower, which is over there. Close. Oh, there it is. It's hiding. Right, so now I've got to go into the minefield and miss those. Oh, you best. Yeah, I've got feelings like that was going to happen. Iconium probe. Spin around. Now I've got a gravity roll. Slow down just a little bit so I don't overshoot. Right, next one is here. That one. I think this is the last one. This one might have things pop up, if I remember correctly. Oh, nice. Stop. Stop. Thank you. You can get some nice easy Dyson sphere marks. Really easy. That's a contested zone, which is... This is what I've got to remember. Ah, straight ahead. I'm stuck on them. Seriously, I am actually literally stuck. There we go. God, I have the worst pilot ever. Okay. Yeah, all that space, and they get stuck on a floating mine platform.
This is the contested zone. Our forces here are in a constant conflict with the Voth.
This is where you go to fight them.
There are 5 fronts in the zone, and each of them need your help. Here, we are fighting the Voth over towers that are critical to our control of the zone. I would advise you help only if you have other starships to provide support.
This is like a group area, although you can solo
center
it.
of the
It's just it's
contested
not.
zone is the battle zone. Commander Arnold is leading the ground fight there against the Voth. He needs anyone who's willing to assist.
I think it's more to do with the fact that I've got a crappy pilot.
Make no mistake about this.
Bad eyesight.
The contested zone is an active conflict. Be careful out there.
And by crappy pilot, I mean me. Right, so yeah, this is the one I've got to try and do. I might have to skip this one if it's because I think this is one that gave me problems before. Yeah. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'll just check something. Circles, supply rooms, contested zone. There we go. Okay, next is the Omega standoff. Battle zone. This is what this is what they were telling me. This is what I was telling you about before. The battle zone, which is basically it's in that tower type complex down there. I feel like there's an achievement as well, bouncing off the lower atmosphere. There we go. So yeah, let's go to that one. Do a little. I think it's like maybe one mission I have to do in there. It's very easy, and then I can go to the next point, which is Step Between the Stars, I think. Or Tower Control. One of those two. It'll be one of those two. That's when it goes back to more the sort of standard stuff, really. So, yeah, I can't actually go down any further because the atmosphere is so thick. Go to the battle zone. Yeah, let's bring the engineers down. Do like those pictures. I don't like this game in general, really.
This is the Voth Battle Zone. Our goal is to take control of at least one Omega Particle silo. Here's how we do it. This is a map of the battle zone. There are 3 regions, each made up of multiple capture points. When the Voth hold a capture point, it is red. When we take control of a capture point, it will change to blue. Capturing points advances us towards our goal, represented by this meter. When it is full, we can make our final push to stop the Voth at the Omega Particle silos. We must capture at least one of these silos to claim this battle zone for the Alliance. Good luck.
And you can that's an ongoing thing as well, so you can do it, you know, you can just keep spending all day there if you wanted to and just build up Dyson sphere marks. Oh yeah, this is the one I had problems with before, so I'm going to decline that one for now. I'm going to skip it. I'll skip that one, and I will go straight to A Step Between the Stars, because this is where we go back to now the I suppose you could say the storyline. So report to Joint Command, and yeah, you start getting the Solanae stuff. Some of this is pretty decent, actually. So obviously you can repeat it to get the whole set. Great, yep. So that was a little tour around the Dyson sphere. Step Between the Stars. There's one of them where you have to, well, I won't spoil it because it's quite impressive. Right, the Chief Logistics Officer. Where is Chief Logistics Officer? Is that you? Excellent.
You're just in time. Please follow me to Sub-Commander Cole.
Now to you. Seriously, that weapon is ridiculously oversized for him. It's brilliant. Just like, say hello to my little friend. Right. Excuse me, pardon me, excuse me, pardon me.
Thank you for reporting so promptly. Here is the situation.
Yeah, just like Rocket Raccoon.
A scientist has requested asylum, bringing with him information vital to our understanding of the sphere. We now know why it generates vast amounts of omega particles. It is designed to use those particles as fuel to jump to any area of space. There is a space station that controls the jumps in close orbit of the sphere's star.
So basically you've got a space folding Dyson sphere. Nice.
Admiral Tuvok from Starfleet was selected to lead a small team to the station to try to disable it. With him is Dr. Eric Cooper, a scientist who has been studying Dyson and Iconian technology. Something's gone wrong. 2 hours ago we received a distress signal from Tuvok. Please use the console to download the signal. Afterward, I'd like to hear your opinion of the situation.
Sure. Right. Dum 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 dum. Again, pardon me. Come through.
Joint Command, please respond. This is Tuvok. Sensors have detected a large Voth fleet moving toward the station. They have discovered us.
I
and
know.
We have yet to complete our work.
I mean, obviously got Stargate.
Communications with our ship are down. Our last contact with them indicated that they were having technical difficulties and may be forced to retreat to a safer location. I will be unable to stop a Voth advance without assistance.
And the whole concept of space folding is it's not a new one. So, but I mean, to move something the size of a Dyson sphere from around the star to literally any other point in space, yeah. And I'm assuming they take the star with them. You can see why they need the Omega particles. Bit close.
Tuvok and Cooper are stranded with an entire Voth fleet bearing down on them. I need you to fly to the station, rescue our team, and finish the mission. Our fleet will engage the Voth to help keep them distracted. But to avoid detection, you'll need to fly roughly 100 kilometers above the surface of the star.
Nice. I mean, that's a bit risky. Who'll do it?
Speak with the logistics officer assigned to brief your crew on the situation. With your permission, we can help your engineers set up a temporary modulation for your shield frequencies that should allow your ship to travel that close to the sun safely.
Sure. Let's do this. Bit of sun surfing coming up. Excuse me. Oh look, it's my crew there as well, look. Hey.
Greetings.
My bridge
Our
officers.
engineers are working with your crew now to create a temporary modulation program that will help your shields protect your ship from the heat and radiation you will encounter on your way to the sun station. Your ship should be able to safely make the trip, but it won't be able to remain in orbit of the station.
So where should the Dory go while I'm on the station?
We will need every available ship to fight the Voth. It would be best if your ship joined the fleet once you are aboard the station.
Makes sense.
Your goals on the station are to find Admiral Tuvok, assist him to shut down the sphere's jump capabilities, and then retreat before the Voth fleet arrives. Do you have any questions?
If my ship is with the fleet, what's the escape plan?
Admiral Tuvok traveled to the station in a new starship, specifically designed to withstand the conditions there. The Dyson has reported some technical issues, but they
Dyson.
should still be in transporter range. It will be standing by to assist you when you've completed your mission.
Alright. We can handle this. Although, I think it's a bit odd that it's again, once again, it's the captain of the ship who has to go and do all these missions, but you know. One of the best engineers in the fleet. We can handle this. Doing my sun surfing. She'll hold together. Right. Just trying to avoid that flare. It's right next to the station. That thing's glowing. Alright. Okay, we've repaired the inhibitors. This is where things are going to get a little bit hairy. I don't mean in a beardy kind of way. Yep. Issues with the structural integrity fields, I know. Warp drives offline, great. Come on. Don't want to become a crispy Tellarite, thank you. Here's the last one over there. And now the turbo lifts are not working. Right, Great, next you tell me the replicators go offline and I can't have my cream soda. Getting close. I'll read that.
Your arrival is timely.
Yep. Picard is the most morally because based on the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. Oh, I can see the argument behind that. Yeah. My favourite captain is still Sisko. I mean, the other ones were good, but if I had to pick like one favourite captain, it'll be Sisko. Then probably Janeway, very close second, and then all the others probably about equally, really. It's probably, it might do that usual thing where the game crashes out because nobody's really been in this area for a while. Ooh, which captain would I want to be friends with? Oh, that's a good question. I'm probably going to say if just pure, just friends with, probably Janeway actually, because I mean Sisko is like the, he'd get the stuff done, but you'd pay the price along with him.
Greetings. I am Admiral Tuvok. The man behind the crates is Dr. Eric Cooper, the Federation Science Council's expert on Dyson technology.
Yes. Hello. I'm Dr. Cooper.
Allow me to brief you on the situation, so we may determine the best plan of action. Main power is offline. I am not sure what caused this disruption, but the event was fortunate. The darkness is a distinct tactical advantage. There are manual overrides in each room. I have temporarily disabled the one between us and the Voth. Unfortunately, the Dyson's captain did not survive the Voth's initial assault.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think Picard is. Picard would be a good captain, but he's always had that sort of. And he even sort of says it himself, except for the last episode, that he was kind of almost like standoffish. So I mean, I agree with having him as a mentor. I suppose, yeah, I'd have no objection to being friends with Archer. But I don't know, in terms of based on their personality and how they act, I think I myself personally I would probably get on with Janeway the most. I could easily imagine being like like a friend who grew up with her, things like that, and nothing romantic, just pure.
There are more than the two of us can safely engage. Defeat would be certain. However, if we
she's definitely someone I could imagine myself being
friends. The station's automated defenses.
We're moving away from the Voth, right?
I'm going this way.
Sensors are detecting a Voth battle mech ahead. I recommend we perform a more detailed scan to ensure it is deactivated.
That's a big mech. Why can't I have one of those? Automated defences. Oh, lovely. Yeah, seriously, look at the size of that. I'd fit in there perfectly.
The pilot of this battlesuit may have been killed in the fighting. However, we do not know what else we will find on this station. We must move forward. The trapped Voth will be attempting to circumvent my modifications. What do you suggest?
Watch my back. If you see the Voth, shoot first. Not giving that cowardly scientist a phaser. Don't trust him. Useless. See what I mean? Jumps at shadows. That's right, listen to the Vulcan. Okay, getting close. Right, here's a question for you then. From all eras, you know, from Enterprise up until Voyager, what ship would you fly on? Yeah, and it doesn't have to be like the Enterprise, it can be anything else. You know, like the first ship you get the
If I
chance to
understand
fly
this correctly,
out of the
we can
Academy.
restore main power activating consoles that match the symbol up here. After the first one is activated, we'll only have 20 seconds to activate the other two. If we don't, the system will defend itself. Also,
Right.
activating the wrong consoles will trigger the system's defenses. Be careful.
Okay. Right, so the one who has to run has got the littlest legs. Great. Right, so it's that one. Alright. Keep an eye on that.
That looks right.
Where's it gone? Oh, shit. No, I messed that up.
We're locked out. Swarmers incoming.
Oh, that's the first time I've had this.
Enemy targets on sensor.
Oh.
Is
Hello,
it over?
T-Spec. Right, let's try that again. Right, so I need to go back. Let's try it again. Restart. Oh, done it anyway. Here come the Voth. That's some nice armor. Yeah, I think some shit's going down too, Vok.
This does not bode well. By restoring main power, we have released the locks, preventing the Voth from reaching our location.
Shit,
They will already be on the move.
I know.
We will require Cooper's assistance to subvert the automated defenses for our own use. The Doctor is an expert in the technology found on the sphere. This is well within his capabilities.
I'll talk to the little chimp. He's such a coward, this Doctor.
What are we going to do? The Voth will be here any second. And I don't think they're in the mood to take prisoners. Please, you have to get me out of here. I'm not like you and Tuvok. I'm much too important to die here.
Really? You think you're important? Stop panicking.
My help? What could I do? You and Tuvok have done everything so far. I don't even know how to use a phaser.
Point,
I just want to go
press
back
a
to my
button.
lab. I was never meant for field work.
Get it together, you idiot.
Don't yell at me. I don't do well under pressure. You're
Really?
trained to think under fire. I'm not. I just want to go home and think things over without being under threat from dinosaurs and captains. It's up to you. I just can't.
Well, start thinking of how we're going to survive this, or none of us are getting out of here alive.
Then I guess we'll all just die. the Voth don't get us, then the station's defenses will. But if the defenses aren't active here... Wait! I think I know what to do. Just give me a moment.
Hallelujah. See? Use your brain.
I think if I try this...
Dr. Cooper, we require a solution.
I'm working on it. Vulcans. If I can just try that... Yes, I have it.
Yeah, he is a bit of a negative
I've
doctor.
done something. I'm not ready for what's being thrown at me here. Maybe I could activate the beams? Or something else?
Yeah,
Allow me,
that's a good point actually. That is a little bit racist what you just said, isn't it?
With this exposed, I can manually activate the defenses in the next room. However, there is another possibility.
Do tell.
Instead of activating the defenses to assist you, I can reroute the power to attempt to send a message to our stranded ship. It may not help, but we have been out of contact for hours. Your options are activating the defense beams, activating swarmers, or using none of them.
Tell me about the beams.
I can activate beams of energy that will shoot down in set periods of time. I do not have any further control than that. But you could lure some of the Voth into the beams. The beams are quite deadly, so I would advise keeping your distance.
Sounds good.
This would...
Sorry, interrupted you. Didn't mean to interrupt you there too far. I do apologise. Right. Basically, what that does is it makes this room. You see those beams there. It makes it basically easy, medium, or hard, and that changes what accolades you get. These beams are basically just like lasers. And if the Voth are in the middle, God, I forgot how tough the Voth can be. Now I've got beam as well, pal. Yeah, see? Not so nice for you, is it? Yes, I know, I just died again. I'm just going to hang back here, I think. Get everything powered up. There we go. Wait for the oven of Voth to come in. Try and lure him into those beams. Silly turrets. And get him. Yay! Now can I get across without being zapped myself? Soon find out. Yes, just about.
A Voth soldier is activating the battle suit.
Not much longer. See? Why can't I have one of those? I want one of those big mechs. It'd be perfect for me. Is that right, Mark? Okay, let's put that weapon away. Don't need that right now. Activate shield. Yeah. You can see that on the mini-map. Things are about to go a bit... yeah. And if I step through that force field, I'm a dead man.
My modifications successfully locked the Voth out of this area.
Hooray!
However, there was an armed Voth battlesuit in the corridor.
Boo.
The station's automated swarmers attacked, and this is the result.
Well, try and contact the Dyson again. They can transport us across?
No response.
Shit.
According to my readings, there is no method of direct access. Unless your ship is within range, we are stranded.
Yeah, I might have sent them to go and help with the rest of the fleet. I'll give them a try. Thought so. Well,
I'm here. Wait.
we're in trouble.
Doctor, we require a way to access the other areas of the station. Your thoughts?
Yes, yes.
I have an idea, but you may not like it. Those EV suits
Wait.
over there. They have maneuvering jets that
Who's
we
that
could
other
use
guy
on the
who was
outside
behind
of
him?
the station. I've
the
looked them
cutscene?
over, and they should be able to withstand the heat of the sun.
Should.
Should.
Well,
Look,
nothing
there.
will withstand
Tuvok,
that
he's
much
there.
heat and radiation for long. The
He's standing
suits
behind
appear
him.
to be designed for use in the shadow of the station, but technically they can
There's two
keep us
Tuvoks.
safe for a little while.
They will have to suffice.
Tuvok.
We have no other logical option.
Changing. Gotta be. There's also an achievement you can get here where if you pick up different suits. And this is actually a pretty decent suit as well. Look at if you look at the stats on it. I'm going to equip that. Make sure that's turned on. If you get all three of them, then the suit's actually pretty decent. Right, so we need to convince Cooper to get in an EV suit.
Do you really need me out there? Internal comms are still active. I could just tell you what you have to do. I really can't stand any more stress. Sabotage you? What do you mean? It's true the suits will work. Why would I lie to you?
Yeah, exactly. You could be a spy in disguise.
Why would you think that?
Because I don't like you.
Fine. I'll show you I'm telling the truth. I'll put on a suit and go with you.
Go on then. I don't care as long as you put the suit on. Right. This is a fun part. Yeah.
I can do this. I can do this. I can do this.
I have to sort of
Calm yourself, Doctor. Conserve your oxygen.
try and remember how the controls work on this. I'm basically having to maneuver. I'm trying to remember how you go down though. Sort of point and then fire the thrusters. But if I go too fast, yeah, you overshoot. You've got to be small movements, otherwise I will go crispy. See, that's it, don't go too low. There we go, that's better. And I'm going to go smack into it again.
There is a large amount of debris blocking me. There are two objects of interest.
Yes.
The first
So basically I've got to go and deal with that. It's like I'm literally floating, you know, something like 150 kilometers or 150,000 kilometers, whatever the distance was, above a star, slowly turning into what can best be described as pork and crispy bacon. Just use the. No. Pork. Well, it is pancake day over here in the UK, so you know, have some bacon pancakes. I might even have some of those later. Right. So now we go back in. I think there's 3 manual overrides I've got to ping off at some point. It's like very little sound. Brilliant.
The door is sealed. Any ideas, Doctor?
There should be a manual release for the locks above us.
There you go. You have to ping those. It's I mean, if you, I'll start again. If you've ever seen the film, a bit of an indie sort of film called Sunshine, with Cillian Murphy and Chris Evans from Captain America on it. Yeah, waffles, yes. Can't go wrong with a bit good waffle. I think some of the best waffles I've ever had was when I was in Germany, from my brother's wedding. He was getting married to. He was stationed over there, and it was just easier for everyone to go and visit. And it was an excuse to go to visit Germany, which is a really nice place. I'd love to go back there one day. And I had some proper waffles and nobody else on the party, because we went to a restaurant, knew what they were, but I knew a little bit of German at the time. Forgotten most of it, if I'm brutally honest. And you could just see that everyone I asked them in German. I recognised the word for waffles. It's like Wuffel or something. So I just ordered a big old plate of proper waffles. Oh, the thing was lovely. See if I can do it fly through. Boom. Yes, that looks exactly like the right word, T-Spec. I'm gonna take your word for it. I think
Something has
granted, it
closed
was an
the
educated
doors.
guess on my part, but yeah,
Most
it's
unsettling.
waffle.
I think the station's defenses are
Really
activating.
nice. I mean, this thing was, I can remember it. It was a good inch thick. This waffle. Oh, it was lovely, and it was fresh as well. You know when food is like a waffle or like a pancake or something like that is fresh, and you can tell it's just been cooked. Yeah, that's what I was. And then they brought out some proper gelato or ice cream or something like that. It was like seriously, the thing was absolutely incredible. It was also the place I got
Use caution. The Windows shields are malfunctioning in this area.
I got introduced to the curry
The shadows of
bratwurst.
those consoles should provide a measure
Another
of safety.
amazing food dish which I could live off for. Yeah, I've had proper gelato. It's lovely. I had that when I went to Italy. Here I've got to Scheiße, where's the next one? Oh, it's over there. I don't think it was in Liège I went to. It was near, I'm trying to remember, Cologne, I think it was. No, I think it was Cologne. But yeah, it's I mean, it's not exactly the same, but when we have over here, we have like the quite regular, like the European food markets, which bring over things like the waffles and the sauerkraut, which again, surprising to me how much I like that. But my favourite, the bratwurst. Yeah, I once made the mistake of eating a jumbo bratwurst, which I swear was probably about sort of a good foot long, and thinking it'd be like a normal sort of British sausage. I only managed to eat probably about half of it, and I was full. Oh, that sounds lovely. Yeah. Ooh. Any place that has I got it. The food food I've had from almost every European country has been amazing. It really has. Yeah, that for me has done more. Has done more to sort of make me appreciate other countries. Yay! You know, compared to anything else like that, it's like, yeah, come over here, try this. It's like, oh, I love this country. Yeah. But that's a surefire way to win me over. Is, you know, take me somewhere and get me some food I like, and that'll pretty much win me over no matter what country I go to.
The deactivation program is moving nicely.
Doctor, I'm detecting something curious.
Oops.
Energy levels in the gateway in front of us are rising at an exponential rate.
Oh dear.
It appears to be activating.
What? Let me check.
About 290 days a year. That sounds like Britain.
This is not good. The gateway is designed to be an escape hatch in the event
2 days
this
of summer.
station goes offline.
But
we cannot deactivate the jump protocols without activating the gateway as well.
Is there any way to override the protocols?
None that I can see. If we want to stop the jump, we have to activate that gate.
It seems we have little choice. Your thoughts?
As Tuvok said, we have no choice. If we want to stop this sphere from moving, we need to activate the gateway. Our time here is limited. The Voth will return in force. We have to do this now. There is no other option.
Alright. Shut it down.
I'm so sorry. I wish I could have found a better way. I failed you both.
Do not dwell on this. If there was another option, we would have found it. One moment. We are being hailed. Tuvok here.
Chief Engineer Tarkaram of the Dyson here, Admiral.
Acknowledged, Chief. Are all of your systems restored?
The opening of the gateway cleared up the ambient distortion disruptions. Do you need transport?
Yes. I want to get off this station now.
We are ready to depart. Chief, do you have a lot?
I could definitely recommend, if you do go to Germany, you have to try curry bratwurst
Dyson,
at least once.
to beam up.
We can't
At
get
least
along.
once.
You need to get out of the hot zone. Move!
Or just a proper bratwurst as a minimum, because those things are friggin' amazing. I think I could probably live off of those if given the chance. Oh, that's where I came in, wasn't it? Run! Oh, we have different types of curry over here. It's my particular favourite is the chicken madras. Although sometimes I do like a korma, which is very creamy. Oh, no. It's basically.
I have a lock on you, sir. Just give the word.
It's not a stew. It's you literally have a sort of tomatoey, tangy sauce. This is what I had. Obviously, there might be different versions. It's like a tangy sauce with. Oh, I'm jealous too, Spec. I really am. It's basically sliced. I suppose you call it bockwurst or bratwurst. Basically little sausage slices with fries or chips. Really good stuff. It's more curry flavour rather than a curry. It's probably the best way to describe it. And I've actually made some of the sauce myself. Yeah, Italian food ain't too bad. I did have this sort of ravioli stuff once right near the Colosseum.
Good to have you on board, sir.
In
I'm
Rome.
Chief
Like
Engineer
literally I can look out the window of the restaurant
fleets in
and
your
see
ship are still
the
engaged with the
Colosseum.
Voth, but several Voth
That's
ships
good.
are making their way towards the gateway.
Oh,
One
great.
of their dreadnoughts has already passed through. As the only available ship, we have orders to stop the other Voth from entering the gateway.
Oh, I've got a new ship. I don't want a new ship. Here we go. Oh yeah, you definitely would like Italian food. Proper spaghetti bolognese as well. That is, as they say, good stuff. Good shit even. Tactical mode. I'm used to having another ship, I miss it. I've definitely noticed in myself a change in the sort of food I like. Like when I was younger, I used to really like sweet stuff, obviously. Then I went through spicy. Now I'm going through I like savoury food. You know, foods that have got real flavours to them. I don't think I've really tried Hawaiian food. No, I can't say I've tried Hawaiian food. I've summoned my allies to above the circus of a star, but they love that. Definitely not getting used to. It's not a bad ship, it's just I'm used to my ship. Yeah, I suppose yeah, it does make sense. Come on. These Voth really are tough. Much longer. The Bastion Cruiser is a tough ship. It's not very manoeuvrable, but damn can it tank. So we've got So I'm going to take down its shields. Yeah.
Target's shield has failed. Right shield's failing. Rear shield's failing.
I know my shields are failing. Don't keep telling me 5 seconds, computer.
Right shield failing. Target's shield has failed. Shield's failing.
Almost done. Then go for that damn gateway.
Rear shield's failing. Left shield's failing.
Almost got it. Our power levels back up. Right, we'll head towards that gateway now.
There are no more Voth.
Yeah, let's get to the gateway. Well, no, the pancakes, as I said before, the pancakes are pretty good. It's like when I was in Vegas and I discovered the hotel I was staying at did proper pancakes. So I went down there in the bar. Well, the bar, it was like that's what they called it, a sports bar or something, and obviously ordered myself some pancakes. Didn't think anything about it, and then poured all the maple syrup, which was proper maple syrup poured out of a massive thing, and didn't realise there was like a sausage pate underneath it as well. And this thing was huge. It was like the size of a half pounder
Navigational
of
readings
sausage.
indicate
It
we
was
are in the Delta Quadrant. However,
lovely.
we are inside a Dyson sphere, and there are no known structures of this sphere was discovered by
Yep.
the crew.
I just wanna blow stuff up.
Detecting
Right, so where's the shields thing? Actually, no, whilst I'm here, I am going to right, let's do this as well again. Shields. Basic maneuvers, yep. Feedback pulse, yep. Gravity well, of course. Hazard emitters. Yeah, I'm just doing this just so I've got some abilities to work with. Tonic shielding, I've already got that there. Ram speed, yes. Rotate shield frequency, yep. Science team. Have that as well. You've got quite a few abilities. Tactical, that one, yep. That'll do.
Thank the prophets. I knew someone would find us. We were on a routine survey in the Janolan Dyson sphere when something happened. Systems that have been dormant for centuries activated. The energy readings were off the scale. Then a flash and... My nav computer claims we're in the Delta Quadrant. If that's right, this entire Dyson sphere somehow moved itself more than 50,000 light years from its previous position. Since then, we've been stuck. I would have taken Voyager's path back home if we could get out of the sphere. The doors were locked tight and the gateway powered down as soon as we arrived.
Well, yeah, the sphere did move, but we can help you get back home.
Glad to have the help. Supplies are running low. But what was that ship that just passed us? Shares some signs of Voth tech, but our databanks don't have anything like that. Another Dyson sphere?
Yep.
It's taken us 40 years to study this one, and we're not even close to understanding it. And if that ship was Voth, it would explain why they ignored our hails. They came in with their weapons armed and then simply stopped. Didn't see us as a threat.
Okay, I think Wisebot and the chat thing's going a bit silly because there's two people in chat quite clearly chatting, and it's saying there's only one person in chat.
The ship set course for
Yeah,
the sea.
just blow some stuff up.
I have extensive experience with the Voth.
That's nice. God, it's been ages since I've had green tea. Get closer, come on. A little bit closer. A little bit closer.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
We just hailed him.
The Voth are moving towards the door.
Tuvok?
Your query will have to wait, Doctor. Shields are down and we...
You're not.
You're not Cooper.
The weak shall perish.
Now, I wonder if anybody's figured out who Cooper really is by now.
Captain, the Undine outside of the sphere are powering weapons. The mammalian ship is still disabled.
Arm all weapons. We will destroy the creatures and then return for the mammals.
Yep. Species 8472, also known as the Undine.
I am unharmed, but we are in danger. We are deep within the Delta Quadrant, right where Cooper wanted us. We do not know how long this infiltrator has impersonated Cooper, or the extent of what he has done. However, I am quite familiar with the tactics of Species 8472. We will repel the Undine, and survive to warn the Alpha Quadrant of the renewed threat.
My favourite species? From the enemy species, it's probably the Borg. But from the more sort of Federation side, it's probably the Trill. Move that down there. That's better. Tactical mode.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
Yeah. And the whole idea of being able to live on after your death in another body, it's, or just changing or something like that, and having all those extra memories and lifetimes. That whole concept of that, it just fascinates me. Oh, the wrong one. Kit. Yeah, as long as the symbiont lives, you will live in some form. I mean, yeah, you won't be physically there, but for want of a better expression, your mind will. So yeah, if I had to be anyway, it'd be a joined trill. Exactly, yeah. I mean, granted, it's, you've got to go through a lot of training, it's got to be a lot of hard work, or you end up like poor Ezri did, where she suddenly gets like, what was it, 10 lifetimes worth of memories dumped in her head. Oh, yeah, the QSAS is brilliant. You can just be sarcastic to everyone and no one can do anything about it. The Bajorans and Cardassians, okay. I can certainly dig that choice. I'm trying to remember what episode it was where one where Cisco makes the sail ship and they, everyone keeps like mocking him, saying it will never work and things like that, and then they eventually find out that the Bajoran sail ships were some of the first to actually visit Cardassia, like hundreds of thousands of years ago. Yeah, it sounds very fourth season. It's
The Lisette is here to provide any assistance you require.
Load them up. The whole point of it's like even Dukat had to turn and go, yeah, you've just proven that the Bajorans were had space travel whilst we were still in caves. Oops, might as well admit to it. There was in one of the, I'm not sure, I can't remember if it's a fan fiction or if it was an official book, that the Bajorans and Cardassians are actually related. And I don't just mean, like the same way like Klingons and humans are related, as in they were originally one species. Yeah, the Bajor. Oh, yeah, the Cardassians and the Bajorans. I really do have to get back onto watching Discovery.
The border skew is here. Now the real fight can begin.
Excellent. Come on. No, I think the Bajorans were sort of known around for ages. They were just considered to be...
What? Is that it?
Don't want to say backward, but...
It is not over yet, Captain. 2 Undine dreadnoughts are approaching.
Ooh. Some dreadnoughts action now. Lovely. Let's go with that one. The ship actually isn't too bad once I configured its abilities. thought the occupation only went on for about 70 years. Only literally just finished before the beginning of Deep Space Nine. Or am I thinking of something else? It was definitely at least 2 generations. So at least 40 years. Yeah, there's definitely only been 7 seasons of Deep Space Nine.
Good to see you. We would have arrived sooner, but there was a Voth fleet in the way.
That's fine.
Congratulations on a successful mission. Now the Romulan Republic will take over. We'll set up a command center for further operations. I'm sure Command will contact you.
Oh, you're talking
when
about the
presence is
books.
needed.
Okay.
No, this ends now. Our generosity to the Romulans can only extend so far. The Klingon Empire claims this Dyson Sphere as its own. Starfleet and the Republic would be wise to keep their distance. Or else. Oh? Are you prepared to back that statement with action? The Klingon Empire has restrained itself again and again in an attempt to maintain this alliance with the Romulans. I think it's time I remind you of what happens when a Klingon loses patience.
Oh, chill.
Fighting over this sphere is not an option. It would divide our strength. Precisely what would benefit the Undine. The Voth chose to fight instead of cooperate. They were destroyed. We can choose not to be enemies. It is time we did so.
Well,
The Klingon Empire will not sit and wait while the Federation and Romulans continue to claim these powerful weapons for themselves. This conversation is not over.
very well. And you, Commander?
The Romulan Republic will continue to take responsibility for areas within our jurisdiction, but I do not wish to cause a rift in what has been a successful joint action.
Agreed.
However, I will not be put in a position where I must choose between the Federation and the Klingon Empire. We have agreements on both sides that must be honored. Sub-Commander Cole can handle the details. I am a ship captain, not an administrator.
Cooper's departure has lifted the miasma in my mind. An affliction that I did not even realize was there. He was influencing me. He used the psychic abilities of the Undine to influence my thoughts. And the results are an effect of my failure. I should have been able to detect his influence.
We must look forward. What now?
We have fulfilled our mission to neutralize the jump capabilities.
Oh, one. So,
The sphere is under Federation control.
This sphere is only accessible through an Alliance-controlled gateway.
Then perhaps it is time to end this alliance.
This is neither the time nor the place for this.
Commander Jarrah is correct. The Undine are a threat to us all. Now they have direct access to our space. I propose a summit. We must decide together what we must do to protect the Alpha Quadrant. Our disputes may need to be put aside in the face of a greater enemy. I volunteer to mediate these talks. Dr. Cooper manipulated me to achieve his
yeah, it would be
goals.
nice to see something
It is
post
only logical
post
that I take
Voyager,
responsibility for what has happened here.
Very well.
which I was actually very surprised Discovery
we will
wasn't
finish
going
this later.
wasn't. I mean, yeah, there's still big areas and gaps they can deal with, but just a bit surprising they went backwards rather than forwards in terms of the timeline. Nimbus. Basically, the desert planet. The one we did something on here about it when we're all sort of went to heck. Right, just have a look, see what I need to get to my ship now. Okay. Well, it increases my accuracy. Ooh. That sounds good. Yeah, let's go with that. Let's go with that. Yeah, I'm sure it's Nimbus. Obviously, I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's Nimbus. Okay, good right. Just save that. See. Yep. Make sure that's saved, and that's saved. Okay. So now I have to go do this one to the battle zone. Where's it taking me? So I've just done that one. No, I can't do anything with it. Okay. Oh, I see. Just checking something. Well, yeah. This is one of those ones I've got to skip, really. Oops. Episodes. Suddenly, I'll skip this one. I'll drop it for now. Let's try that again. Ooh, this is where I start getting good stuff. Living hole. Yeah. Transwarp. I will point out I haven't actually seen Discovery, so that spoiled it for me. But I don't mind. I mean, I knew it was going to be something big at the end of season 2, but... Oh, good. Didn't spoil it. That's fine. Now, I don't mind spoilers too much. There's only been a few times when I've really been knocked off that something got spoiled for me. And that was in Westworld. I made the mistake in Game of Thrones as well. Now those two. Oh, and someone spoiled as well Last Jedi for me. So it's like, yeah, fan friggin' tastic. Thanks, guys. Some numpty on a Reddit thread put it as the title, so you just scrolling down. It's like, oh, for crying out loud. Right. Yes, I know. When the original Lord of the Rings came... Oh.
We are fighting a war on multiple fronts. We have to consider the Borg, the Undine, and the Romulans, as well as the Klingons.
I see now my deception has been exposed.
It's a cutscene.
Starfleet has lost too many ships and too many good men and women to a fight we now know was caused by Iconium.
Yeah, surprise. This is when Delta Rising came out.
Welcome to the Delta Quadrant. We are within the Solar Main Dyson Sphere, a spherical structure built around the star.
We now know why the sphere generates vast amounts of omega particles. It is designed to use the
Well, this is, if I'm right, it's the next mission that opens up the Delta Quadrant. Or this is the prelude to it. Although my favourite arc is definitely the Iconian arc. Dum dum dum, dramatic music. Yeah, completely forgot about that cutscene.
Welcome to the Delta Quadrant. I will admit that I did not expect to be here with Voyager again. It is agreeable. Thank you for agreeing to attend this conference and supporting my position on the Undine. However, reaching a consensus today will be difficult. Many different agendas will be represented here today. I will speak to you in person shortly. Tuvok out.
Welcome to the Janolan Dyson Sphere. Please beam down to these coordinates.
Yeah, completely agree. The whole point of Star Trek is looking forward to the future, even if it's not exactly the most pleasant future like in Deep Space Nine was, but even then they still had that we're going to beat them, we're going to persevere through this, we're going to get through our problems.
Good to see you. I'd say you're right on time, but it looks like everyone else wants to be fashionably late.
Oops. Sorry. After you. Check it forward. Ooh, this is lovely. Yeah, Admiral.
Thank you for joining us here. We need assistance with preparations for the conference. The Romulan and Klingon delegations are still in private deliberations, but other delegates are arriving. Several preliminary tasks remain before we can begin the presentation. Your support in this matter would be appreciated.
No problem. I'll just show the Klingons my tribble collection.
Where do you want me posted, sir?
You can go to the projector.
Where do you want me posted, sir?
You go to Klingons.
Where do you want me posted, sir?
Romulans.
This Cardassian thug is trying to push Bajor out of this conference. We have as much of a right to be represented here as any other world. More than the Cardassians. They're not even part of the Federation or the Klingon Empire.
Look, we need to be calm. This is a Tellarite saying this, yeah. You're sending a Tellarite to be a diplomat.
I simply pointed out that as a Federation member world, Bajor has no need to send an independent diplomat to this conference. After all, Bajor has no separate planetary interests that would require their attendance here. The Federation speaks for them.
A lot of it is the how can I put it? It's in the same way that there would be hostilities between certain countries after war, is they're being hostile towards each other because their parents have been hostile towards each other. Is that kind of logic? And it's like,
I wouldn't exactly say that the state of Bajor inspires much confidence. After all, it is a Cardassian space station that the Federation uses to police the wormhole. Even so, the state of security at the wormhole is far from ideal. The Dominion has taken control twice now, hasn't it?
Oh, so they say from a Cardassian, that's a little bit rude because our world wasn't occupied like yours was by the Dominion.
I am appalled. The Detapa Council has made great strides to improve our relations with neighboring systems, especially with Bajor. My original point remains that Bajor, as a Federation world, does not need separate representation at this conference. I am
You saying about that,
disturbed.
T-Spec?
A simple conversation has turned into accusations of Cardassian malfeasance. We are here
Obviously
for
he's
a
finished talking.
peaceful solution, after all.
Yeah, Squiddo said it perfectly for me. There is a Gamma Quadrant expansion coming in the summer. That's what the they are heavily saying. And it's not 100% confirmed. It's just that's what they're working towards. And there's a big rumor that one of the races, a playable race, will be Cardassian. And I'm really crossing my fingers that that rumor is true in some form or other. Even if they do it, yeah. Even if you've ever played STO as a Romulan, the way they do it is actually quite clever. Is you start off as a neutral third faction, like doing your stuff on Romulus, and then at a certain point at the end of the tutorial, you get to decide: do you want to ally with the Federation or ally with the Klingons? A bit like the Pandarians in World of Warcraft. And if they could do it like that, that would be friggin' amazing. Because I will create a whole new character from scratch for the stream and just play as a Cardassian. Because they're... Oh, just the whole idea of being an official Cardassian thingy. It's not 100% confirmed, but because no real details have been set out about what the Gamma Quadrant expansion is going to be. People have said, oh, it might just be a map area or something like that. But they are working on something. It's not so much that the Cardassians officially joining the Klingons. It's more like the Klingons are saying, right, we'll take hold of you for, we'll take your mercenary on for now, but if you try anything, we'll blow you out of the airlock. It's like the enemy of my enemy is my friend kind of logic. That's what they're going through. But we'll see.
I wouldn't exactly say that the state of Bajor...
The Federation has never made a policy of preventing...
Well...
Yes. Yeah, a bit like that. It's sort of like the Romulans, because if you create a Romulan character, you get access to obviously the tier 5 and 6 Romulan ships, but you don't get access to your the Federation or Klingon ones. But you're the only ones then who can fly those particular vessels. And if they do the same for the Cardassians, or possibly the Dominion, yeah, that's why in this state you have the rogue faction, the True Way. They are the ones who basically broke away from the rest of Cardassia as a way of explaining why you're fighting them. Things like that. So it is also be a good way of explaining why the Cardassians are fighting on both sides, kind of thing. You've got the ones
Thank
who
you for your assistance.
joined the Federation
Please take
and
the
their allies,
opportunity to
and
speak
the ones
with the
who
various
don't.
delegates.
Basically.
Having an...
Right, oh, where's the Xindi delegate? I think there has been. I don't want to say definitely yes, but I know there's been quite a few of the more militaristic races have sort of joined the Federation, but it's more a case of like, we'll join, we'll give you our access to our knowledge type thing, rather than being the warriors. And obviously, if you go by the future history ones, was the
I sincerely...
Yeah. Where's the Xindi delegate? Where is he gone? Oh, there he is. Xindi delegate. Hello.
The Xindi are here to support Admiral Tuvok's call for cooperation. We know what tragedies befall a people who are being manipulated by outsiders, as we once were. The Undine's lies and manipulation remind us of the Sphere Builders, whose deceptions led us to make one of the greatest mistakes in our history. There are 5 races on my world. We all know reaching a consensus can be difficult, but the Zindi are living proof that if we put aside animosity, our differences can make us stronger.
Yeah, it's very weird with the Zindi how you've got basically 5 dominant species on one planet. Very strange. Let's see, where's the Romulans? Romulans! Oh, there you are. Hello.
Thank you for the invitation. Yes, the Undine.
Right, where's the... Oh, he was right over there.
The Federation's position is quite
Yeah,
clear.
that's
We
basically the way
believe
they
only
explained it
way
in
to
the
safeguard
Romulans.
future of the
is
Alpha and Beta quadrants is for all of the galactic powers to behave as reasonable.
So I'm hoping they do something like that for the Cardassians, or the Dominion.
We are almost ready to begin. Will you complete the final preparations for the conference while I speak to Captain Sean? After that, your assistance in encouraging everyone to take their seats would be appreciated.
Yeah. Right, talk to the delegates. What's a glow?
I was just going. Don't rush me.
Yes, yes, I'm going.
Yeah, I definitely like the idea of creating a Cardassian and seeing how they, what their ships and stuff are like. Oops, no, he's the.
I suppose.
Yep. And look at that.
Huh. Yes, I will take my seat.
Frankie cracked me up for some reason. Maybe it's just the way they talk. Oh, there it is. Right, let's do this. Let's get the presentation underway.
The Undine represent a clear and present danger to not only the Federation, but also the Klingon Empire and Romulan Republic. The damage done here by a mere handful of ships is clear evidence for the need for cooperation.
With respect, Admiral, the Romulan Republic is quite capable of leading exploration and security measures here, just as we have led efforts to secure the Solanae sphere. My militia...
I find it interesting that the Federation suddenly has concerns about the Undine now. Where was the Federation when the Empire discovered
Yeah, the early Ferengi were very...
infiltrators in the Alpha Quadrant? Or is the Federation only interested
And
now
thank you very much for the follow, T-Spec.
threatens something you want?
Given the exceptionally complicated nature of such
Ambassador, given what we now know, that was a mistake. The Empire recognized the Undine threat years ago. We didn't.
You admit you are wrong?
The evidence provided by Admiral Tuvok and his team is sound.
Thank you, Captain Sean. However, dwelling on past mistakes will not solve the problems of the
Again, I
present.
think Wisebot's playing up because it's
Our fleet
insane. I've been on
stands ready to
39
protect
followers for the
both
last 3
spheres from the
followers. So I
Undine.
think there's something wrong with that.
Undine can wait.
I'll have to have a look into
We
that.
have more important business to discuss. Who owns this sphere? I represent a consortium of businessmen on Ferenginar. We are prepared to invest significant venture capital into transforming this sphere into a vacation destination to rival Risa.
Riser.
I have a proposal of 500,000 bars of... What's that?
So it just went ting just as he said those perfect timing.
A massive fleet of Undine vessels just appeared from a rift. They're setting a course for the gateway.
Well, there's enough space on there, you know.
What do they want?
Unknown. Drop to Lisette. Track their course.
Enterprise to Captain Sean. We're receiving a distress signal from Earth's space dock.
Sean to Federation Fleet. Red alert.
Oh.
Prepare for immediate departure.
The Federation is our enemy.
Yes. This is how they explained how why they changed space dock. Because they tried to come up with an in-game reason as to why it looked different.
A significant Undine force is headed for the Sol system. We must stop the Undine from breaching Earth's defenses.
If it was 500,000 bricks, maybe. But yeah, I'd say 500,000 bars for a plot of land in the Dyson sphere. Yeah, that's acceptable. But for an entire sphere, nope.
Species 8472 is already boarded Earth's space dock. Once we are through the gateway, we must render assistance as soon as possible.
Yeah, I'd say let them rent it out for that amount of cash. Now give them their own sort of like I suppose you give them their own continent if they wanted it. But yeah, 500,000 bars that's chump change. Hell, even 500,000 bricks would be chump change for a Dyson sphere. I don't think there'd be enough latinum in the universe. Especially as there's a rumour that the... it keeps doing this. There's a rumour that Omega powered technology can be used to create latinum. So imagine if, you know, the Ferengi get their hands on that. Yes, I know. Excuse me 1 second.
I am picking up several distress calls from across the system. Curious. Negative.
Right.
Agreed. Enterprise will clear the area around the lunar colonies.
No problem.
Fine. Jirok and I will clear the far side of the planet.
But you like fighting the Undine. Let's do this.
Enterprise will set course for Luna.
I need to go tactical mode.
Fortescue and Lisette will lead the fight on the far side
There
first.
she is.
Target shields have failed.
Yeah. I mean, you can see the amount of damage that I would do. Just on my own, so yeah, I think the entire fleet around Space Dock would just destroy them. Yeah, this new stuff I've got on the ship does make a difference. Right, Task Force 2. You hang in there, Voyager. We've got this covered.
Earth's space dock is taking severe structural damage.
I know. I know. Do it.
Target shield has failed. Rear shield failing. Left shield failing.
Yeah, see. Yeah, it's like only a few ships here, but we're decimating them. I don't know what those other captains were doing. Oh, it's been a long time since I played Civilization. Long time. Got to destroy these ones first. Regenerated as well. Right. Come on. That's it. Let's take out these bad boys as well now.
Not hurry. Earth's space dock may be destroyed.
Yeah, well, it's kind of messed up as it is anyway, so you know.
Tethys Dreadnought, inbound.
Oh hell no. That's like the focus for that Unity thing where it blows up. Oh, thank you very much for joining me. Enjoying your soccer. Hope your team wins, whoever it is you're supporting. Thank you very much. Have a good night. Ooh. I think I've done the accolade as well. For the Endeavour, not the accolade. Soon find out in a minute. Just check my inventory. Yes, I did the Endeavour. Yay! Yay me!
Any ships still in range? There are Undine hunting parties on Earth space dock. We're fighting them, but comms are spotty. I was lucky to get an external signal working.
Yeah.
We need any assistance you can spare.
Where is the rest of the fleet?
There are Undine ships attacking key sites across the quadrant.
Ah.
Our ships are responding to everything they can, but we're stretched thin.
So that's where the other ships have
When
gone.
the Undine arrived here, they damaged every ship in the system, hit the orbital platforms, and then most of them just left. Automated defense systems are offline. We're struggling just to keep control of the station.
Well, we'll do what we can.
I've received orders from New Romulus. In light of this situation, the Lisette is being recalled to defend the homeworld. I will contact you if there is any change.
Understandable. Recommendations?
The boarding parties on Earth's space dock should be our main concern.
Gotcha.
The
See, there you go. Explains why they weren't there. Yeah. Yeah. So I did some reading about the why some missions hang up. And basically, if it hasn't been loaded into the server's memory, that's what's causing the crashes. So sometimes, basically, the more common a area is loaded, the less likely it is to crash, basically. So that's why it takes so long. You go all the way over to the server and go, yeah, we need this map. Ooh.
Earth's
That's
space
just me and
dock has
Tuvok.
sustained severe damage from multiple Undine boarding parties. We must locate Admiral Quinn.
Right.
The most expedient path to the Admiral's office is through those doors. Our mission objectives are clear. We must ascertain the whereabouts of Admiral Quinn and expel all Undine boarders.
Very nice.
Teams from other ships, including some Klingon and Romulan vessels, have beamed to lower decks here on the station. While their willingness to assist us is unexpected, their desire to see this enemy stopped is gratifying.
Congratulations, Admiral.
Yay! Right, where's my skills? I was going to be a miracle worker, wasn't I? Yeah, because I just... Let's go with space-based ones for now. We'll change it later. Means I lose skills, but yeah, doable. Right.
Our mission objectives are...
Everything hurts. What?
Kitty.
I don't... What?
Indeed.
He's injured.
My mind to your mind. My thoughts to your thoughts.
Yeah, regenerate against this, pal.
I'm feeling better now.
Good.
Thank you.
There is more going on. We need to manually activate.
Oh, he's over there. I just want to kill things.
There is more. We need to manually...
Right, where's the fire suppressor? It's over there. Right. Yeah, thought Earth Space Dock could be a quiet assignment. Well, normally it is. It's normally one of the most secure locations in the Beta Quadrant or Alpha Quadrant. We've got 2 turrets in. Nice. Where's the rest of the crew? Oh, he's a big boy. I have an orbital strike. Right on your head. Ooh, got a blue item. Antlers, ooh. Okay, it's just I'm getting low on... Yeah, I thought I was. It's very nice actually. Salvage that. Okay, that can be salvaged. So can that. Just to give myself a bit more inventory space. Doesn't do much, that'll do.
Admiral Tuvok?
Yeah, I do like this cannon. It's brilliant.
The damage is extensive, but we will rebuild.
Hello?
First,
This is a floating body there.
we must drive species 8472 back to fluidic space.
Can you see it there? Right there. Just floating. Literally just floating there. Look like an Andorian. I'm going to go back and check that because that's going to bug me.
The damage is extensive, but we will rebuild.
I think that might be an Andorian
First,
lady.
however, we must drive
Yeah,
species
Andorian
8472
lady.
back to fluidic space.
It's weird, it's just floating there. You don't like that, do you? Got so many of them.
The shape-shifting nature of species 8472 makes them a dangerous foe. We will have to proceed with caution to avoid being... Perhaps we can establish...
Grab that as well. Ooh. Chateau Picard.
Who is this?
Admiral, what is your...
I'm pinned down.
Skip
The
through these little
Undine
bit.
boarding...
Stay alert for more imposters. Well, yeah, I'd love to, but... Got a clue. Oh, we'll go back around that way now, yeah. So then they're like doing a walking up the wall type thing as well. Great. You can feel their anger. You tell me you were part of Betazoid? Where are they coming from? I mean, I've destroyed most of their ships. There shouldn't be that many of them left. No, screw it. Have a orbital strike. Focus fire. So where have I got to go now? It's, oh, it's up there, isn't it? Right. the way he's blocked as I managed to make my way there. Yeah, that's right. Why are you standing there? There's a perfectly good barricade here. Come stand behind it, you daft. And you got yourself shot.
Thank you. Now maybe we Egg? Where are you going?
One moment, Admiral.
Intriguing. The amount of resistance Starfleet has offered is unexpected.
He's one as well.
That being said,
the weak will perish, and you are weak.
Is everyone on this bloody station in Undine? Yeah, it was so
He
weak.
is tapping into the bioship's power matrix.
Basically using the ship to power himself. Cheeky bastard. Yeah, you're the strong one, yet you need to tap into his ship's power system to defend yourself.
Enemy targets on sensor.
Thank you, Tuvok. Ah, Robin Nail. Good stuff. Also highly illegal. There. Yeah, cracking eggs.
Egg? Hagen. It's hard to believe. He attacked me mentally, led everyone into a trap. I couldn't stop him. We have much to consider. There may be... Tuvok! What's going on? Tuvok! Can you hear me? Tuvok!
It's Cooper, basically.
Tuvok.
Messing with his noggin.
Hello, Tuvok. Egan was too weak. He spent too much time among humans. He served his purpose, and you will be far too late.
Too late for what?
Your quadrant will fall. The weak will perish. This dimension will be cleansed, purified of infestation. Your efforts are meaningless. I know your thoughts, Tuvok.
Indeed, Doctor. But I have taken advantage of this connection to look into your mind as well.
What?
I understand now what your plans are. You will
It's
not
amazing how
succeed.
many people forget telepathy goes both ways.
Admiral Tuvok! Admiral!
Diversion. This was all a diversion.
What do you mean?
What kind of a diversion?
Their real target is Kronos.
Yeah. Kronos. Basically, take out the strongest warriors first.
Kronos may not have much time. The Federation and the Empire have been at war for far too long. Now we must join together for the common good.
Yep. I think the Klingons would appreciate a bit of a rumble. Yeah, it was a definite God moment. That means we get to blow up the Undine. Excellent. Right, whilst that's doing that, just quick check something. Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah. Yeah, it's still saying I've only got 39 people following me. Very bizarre. Unless a couple of people have dropped off on the follow list, which happens. But yeah.
We have arrived in the Kronos system.
Just two.
The Romulans have.
Words are meaningless.
Indeed. Tactical mode. Oh, you can see the remains of Praxis. Okay, he's going to defeat the Nextlots.
The Romulan Republic has made commitments to its allies. We are here to honor them.
Yep. This is why I like the Romulan Republic. They're, in their own way, honourable. Go on, Voyager. Give us a hand. Thank you. See, that's a nasty weapon to have.
Target shield has failed. Right shield failing. Hull integrity below 75%.
Yes, I've been down to 4%, that's nothing. Ooh, an RCS accelerator. That'd be nice. Make my ship move a bit faster and turn a bit better.
Target shield has failed.
Okay, now we'll take on the main fleet itself, which that way. This. Good old gravity well. Can't go wrong with that as an ability. Oh, my ship's getting pummeled. I mean, this is the end of an arc, so. Who's coming in?
They are at a distinct tactical disadvantage.
No shit.
Think of it as an increase in your opportunities to die with honor.
Indeed. More targets.
My apologies for being late.
Thank you, Sean.
Just one more ship?
Not exactly. We brought a few friends.
Here come the Federation. Yeah. Right, boys, fall up on me. Mess them up. This is why I love playing this game, with massive battles like this. But quantums. So distinctive. And I'm starting to run out of room in my inventory. Seen the Enterprise go zooming past there. That looks like a Vesta there as well. I don't know what I'm shooting at now. Let's do this. Yep, I'm actually running out of room. Yep, my inventory's full up. Right, I have to quickly do this whilst I'm there. So salvage. Yep. Salvage. Yep. Salvage. Nope, we'll keep those. I know. It's glorious, this battle. Much longer. Edge towards the shipyard. This is insane. Hell of a way to gain experience.
Hull integrity below 25%.
What the hell's that? Some kind of...
What is that thing?
The Undine have brought a large craft through a quantum singularity.
They're powering up weapons.
Yeah, my eyes got a bit blurry after all that battle. Taking that
The
ship out.
Undine have a new planet killer.
Target that ship and fire all weapons.
No effect. They're too strong.
Voyager has one nanite torpedo remaining from her time in the Delta Quadrant. Such devices proved effective against the Undine in the past. Tactical. Fire when ready.
Yeah, this is an appropriate time.
They took some damage, but the planet killer can still fire. I can get the Aquarius into firing position above her and exploit the opening in her shields, but someone will need to keep the Undine distracted.
Yo. Need a distraction.
Rear shields failing.
Trying to keep. There we go. A little bit faster should do it. Nice and easy.
Weapons are offline. This is our only chance. Setting the Aquarius on a collision course.
Oh hell no.
Acknowledged. Do we have Sean's coordinates?
Getting locked now, sir.
Beam him up right now.
He did it, sir. The planet killer has been destroyed.
Yay.
Tuvok to Allied fleet. Stand down. The Undine are retreating.
Captain Sean.
Transporter room. Did you get him?
We have...
Captain Sean to Admiral Tuvok. Permission to come aboard?
Yay. Sean survived.
The Klingon High Council wishes to discuss the most recent developments. We have been invited to transport directly to the High Council chambers.
So I know what's coming next. That was an insane battle. I think that's one thing that Star Trek Online has definitely got right, is when it does the big epic space battles like that, it does them well. It's got the right balance between so much going on and being able to actually do something and not think, oh, well, yeah, you probably will blow up a couple of times if you're a new character, but to be expected. Hello.
There are many here who have seen. Now we must have the courage to compromise for the greater good. In its way, that can be more difficult than waging war.
Yep. I think that is appropriate. You're walking around with a giant bat'leth on it, it's the size of me. Captain Sean.
That was a close one, but I'm fortunate Voyager transported me off the ship at the last second.
You have shown your true nature today. Worf was correct. There is honor in the Federation. The conflict between us has gone on long enough. Now we should turn our blades toward the real enemy.
Damn right.
I remember you from the Gateway activation. You fought well today. May our meetings on the battlefield always be as glorious.
Good luck, Captain.
I served in Starfleet, and now I serve the Empire. There are many on both sides of the current conflict for whom I have deep respect. I see this as an opportunity. We may find we have more in common than we realize.
Agreed, Ambassador. Let's go speak to this. I'll speak to him in a second.
A true peace may not be on the table yet, but I hope we can at least broker a lasting armistice.
One step at a
First,
time.
we celebrate today. Earth and Kronos are safe.
And this, seriously, this guy's huge.
My people have respected the Federation ever since our first encounter with your famed Captain Kirk. I have advised Chancellor Jimpuck that the Gorn support the idea of a ceasefire. Perhaps this will lead to greater freedom for all of us.
And this is why you're the leader of the Gorn, because you're probably one of the smartest ones around. Thank you, Ambassador. Yes, speak to her.
Earth and Kronos are safe, and the Romulan Republic is pleased to assist its allies. I just wish my father could see all of us working together toward a common goal. This is the future he dreamed of.
Thank you, Commander. Pleasure fighting alongside you.
The 5 races of the Xindi once tried to exterminate humanity. But through the efforts of a few people who were willing to change, we put aside our weapons and worked through our differences. Now, we are members of the Federation. Peace came with great difficulty, but that is the way of most things worth having.
That is very
The
true.
Undine are here. They're spreading lies and dividing us from within. Now, more than ever, we need to set aside our animosities and work together for the greater good.
Our people come from a culture of deception and division. We've rejected our past in favor of open alliances. Perhaps it's time for the Federation and the Empire to set aside their past as well. We would welcome a ceasefire between our allies.
Isn't there a Ferengi rule of acquisition that says something along the lines of peace is good for business? I think it's 145? Or something like that?
I admit, I did not expect the Federation to act with such honor. I do not know what the final decision of the High Council will be, but rest assured that the Undine will pay. We will hunt down every last Kameku and destroy them for what they have done here today.
I'm not entirely sure what Komiku is, but it sounds like an unpleasant word, so I should bid you a good day, and hope Kronos is the right thing to do. Right, yo, Jimpuck, where are you, mate? Where I was over there.
You fought well for someone from Starfleet.
Thank you, I think.
Many fine warriors have earned their places in Sto-vo-kor today. They died with honor, fighting one of our most formidable enemies. The Undine brought the battle to our very threshold. The fine warriors standing before me pushed them back. Let us honor our sacrifices and our accomplishments by ending...
Here we go.
So, you are humans of the Milky Way. You have come further than we expected. But still you chase our shadows.
We are not here to impress you, demon! We stand united, and there is no one who can...
We give you a single warning to not attract our attention again.
Let's see if you can work out who those people are.
That was the reason we need to work together. It's time for our feud to end.
Agreed. From this day forward, all hostilities between the Empire and the Federation will cease.
Who?
The Iconians use servitor races and other species to do their fighting for them.
That was an Iconian.
Species 8472 has been an unknowing cat's paw of the Iconians for some time. This time, however, the Undine were defeated, and it was our combined strength that allowed us to prevail. Thousands of years ago, the Iconians were defeated by an alliance of races. I predict their ultimate aim has been to prevent such an alliance from happening again.
But the conflict between the Federation and the Empire is over.
There have been periods in our combined history when the Federation and the Empire have not been at war, but they have not been allies either.
True.
This may be the beginning of such a time. It will be up to us to determine what happens next. With time, we may even restore the alliance that came out of the Khitomer Accords.
Agreed. What happens now?
Voyager will return to the Delta Quadrant. There is much to do there, and the Jenolan Sphere will need to be protected from further Undine assaults. I am sure I will see you again. You have been a worthy ally, and your wisdom and courage will be called upon in the days ahead. Until then, live long and prosper.
Until then, Admiral. Dory, one to beam up. Right. Quickly speak to Starfleet. Yes, I'm badass. Ooh. No. Ooh. Ooh, that's a good point. What do I want to go for? Because living hull is a really good trait. It's cons. But it's what kind of like an alliance console because it's like radiation damage and things like that. So let's go with the. Let's go with that. Go with that one. And that is going to be a perfect point to end the stream, because at the end of the arc there, and then we'll be able to pick up the. We'll be doing the. I think it's Terminal Expanse, which is a. Let's get that one prepped for now.
We have discovered that the Sphere Builders have been conducting operations in other universes. They aren't just looking to make changes in time, but in other dimensions as well.
Ooh.
Their experiments in the parallel universe have produced results that will aid them in forming expansive.
Yeah, as I say, then next week, or next time, we'll be doing Terminal Expanse, which will conclude yesterday's war arc, and then begin our journey into the Delta Quadrants. So, thank you all very much for joining me tonight. Tomorrow is going to be The Witcher 3, so I'm going to be trying out some of the little tweaks and things and that I've managed to find out for Witcher 3, just to see if I can get just that little bit more improved. It's still not going to be the best of systems. Best of systems. It's still not going to be the best of graphics, but it's as best as my system can handle. And then on Thursday will be Star Wars: The Old Republic, the MMO. I will be playing my sniper from the beginning and taking him all the way through to the end. And there's quite a bit of storyline to go in this as well. Then on Friday, assuming I can get it to work again, would be Fallout 4. But the big one I know a lot of people are waiting for is the next episode of Star Trek Adventures Damocles on Saturday, 8 PM GMT on this channel. And that's going to be an interesting one. It's going to be more sort of like light-hearted compared to the last one, a bit more of a fun one. But it will set up something that happens later on. So, or might not. I haven't decided yet. But yes, so a few people have been telling me that they quite like it. It's also been on the videos on demand. It's been my highest viewed rate video so far. Right, it's not a huge amount. It's only been sort of like 10 or 11 views, but compared to the rest of them, which get more views live, that's been doing really, really well. So it's definitely something I'm hoping I'll be able to do regularly. All depends on the players and things like that. But I will say as well, I think it's not this episode coming up, but in about 2 or 3, going to see if I can get a guest player on board. So if you know Star Trek Adventures or you want to take part, then keep an eye out on Twitter, and I'll be putting some information out on there about that. In the meantime, I'm going to try and run the credits as soon as I can press the right button. So just going to switch into the outro mode first of all, find the credits item, and fingers crossed that it works. I always keep forgetting to press it. Wait for it to do its thing. Fingers crossed. Yay! There we go. Yeah, it won't be a permanent thing. It will literally just be like for a one-off, or at least it will be start putting the feelers out around then. But yeah, keep an eye out, because I want to try and come up with a story that's will bring in. We'll come to it. We'll figure something out. So anyway, hope you all have a good night, and if you can join me for any of the other streams this week, brilliant. If not, have a great weekend. Good night.